Hello, beautifuls. How you doing? I'm about to put some light on the subject. And there we have it. Um, so I just got my first commission job, and it's different than someone asking me, "Can you add this embellishment?" I've had people in the past who they've seen my veils and my fascinators, and they will, make a minor request like, "Can you use clear pins instead of jeweled pins or something like that?" And, you know, I'll do it. That's not a commissioned assignment. A commissioned assignment is when someone basically hires you to make something for them exclusively. So, how do you even begin to go about charging for a commissioned job? Well, you want to factor in, and this I know now, I'm also a hairstylist, so I'm using some of that experience, but I've actually also asked, other bespoke designers on how do they charge for their commission jobs, because you've already figured out in your regular prices, what you feel the item is worth. But then when someone asks you to build something from scratch, you're like, how do I go about charging for this? So the three um, the three things to keep in mind when coming up with your commission price is EEMT. That's exclusivity, education, materials, and time. So exclusivity, when someone is commissioning you for to make them something, basically they don't want to see it on anyone else. You are creating an original, exclusive piece, never to be seen on anyone else again. So exclusivity, how high do you put that price, right? If you're not going to make it again, just for this person. They're not asking you to tweak something you already have. You're really coming up with something different. Then education. How much did you pay to get educated? Now, some are self taught, and that's fine. Still within that realm, if you weren't, classically trained, you still put in time to learn what you've learned. How long have you been practicing at what you've been doing to get to the skill that you're at? Then there is materials. How much did you pay for your materials? Factor in that tax and shipping as well. Because if you're anything like me, I have the fashion district right here, but I don't have time to necessarily go to the fashion district and walk around and do my shopping. I basically do a lot of it online, and I have it shipped to my home. And then there's materials that I purchase in the US. And then there's materials that I may purchase overseas that may cost a little bit more, right? Because you got to pay for that customs tax and all of that. And then there's time. How much time does it actually I'm sorry. How much time does it take for you to actually make this item from beginning to end? Set your timer, time yourself, because you want to keep track of that as well. So, with all of those goodies in mind, I'm going to show you what I've been commissioned. So, this is a beautiful client of mine through Etsy. She's bought two of my veils in the past, and most of my veils on Etsy, I will say, are black, because that's the number one color that sells. Everybody's looking for some black veils. But she said, "Rita, I would like something in red." So I said, okay, let me look through my stuff and see if I even have red. And I surprised myself. I did have some tulle, which was like a Merlot wine color. And then I had some more brighter red things. So I'm just gonna shift the camera here. There we go. Okay. And I have this, this is like a Cineme Fascinator hairband, if you will. And it's very light and delicate. What I'm going to do is I am going to reinforce it because I've had these very thin bands pop out before, because she just tacks it. When I purchased this from a vendor who just makes these and you build on them. These are, you know, like bases, hairband bases. You can build on them. Any type of design you like, I am going to enforce that. And so I gave her 3 options. I said what we could do is we can add a, let me just disconnect here. One of my sequins has attached to my veil. Okay, there we go. I said we can either do a sequence, this is red, orange, and yellow applique, and include a veil. And I simulated and sent her pictures of all of these just so she can get an idea. But it's going to look much, you know, more tighter than this. Right? Or I told her we can use black and red feathers on the side of this Cineme hairband and attach a red veil. Again, just simulating this so she could see it. Feel free to tell me which one you like in the comments. This would be her side view. I sent her front and side view so she would see what that would look like. And then I gave her the third option, which was red rose applique that I'm going to, that, you know, that you can stitch on. I like it because it also has the green leaves. And that with the red veil. Yeah? Which one do you like best? This is the side view. This is the front view. Well, she got even more confused with all of the options. She was like, oh, now I'm even more confused. But she asked me a good question. She says, which one is more versatile? And what I understood that to mean was, which one of these designs could she wear with more of her outfits? You know, which of these designs can you kind of wear dressed up or kind of dressed down? So I immediately ruled out the sequence, right? Because the sequence is very dressy, no matter how you put it, unless you're just always over the top. If you can wear this with t-shirt and jeans, by means, do you. But I helped her narrow it down. I said you probably want to choose either the feathers or you want to choose the flowers, the roses. And I feel like either of these she could, you know, wear kind of dressed up or dressed down, because I'm going to sew on the veil so that she doesn't have to necessarily wear it in her face. She can kind of pull it off of the face if she so desires. And that's what we chose. So this veil is normally, I should say, I do have others on my Etsy site that are like this alone without the veil, and it's $40. So I'm asking her for double of that, $80. Yeah, some may say, oh, you should have charged her $120, you know, 2 times the price, but I felt $80 was fair. Honestly, I don't even think this is going to take me an hour to make it. What's the value I put on my time? I probably put like maybe 20 or $30 an hour on my time, and then the other 50 for materials. Um, so I feel like I feel like I'm, you know, definitely coming away with a fair profit for my time and materials and experience. Um, yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited to make this for my beautiful client, and hopefully we'll have many more commission jobs in the future. If she's into color, I don't know. And veils. Well, actually, I did buy this actually very colorful material. It's colorful polka dots. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put some more things up so that she can choose from color, have some more color options, I should say. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.